Guys, welcome back. I'm trying not to waste any of your time here. I'm sure you wasted enough trying to get through this. First thing you want to do is go to creator mode, alright? Go down to create a stunt race. Head on down to the bottom of stunt race. Stunt race has a lot of good options to build different barriers and things that you need, so I'd recommend that one. You can do deathmatch, but stunt race might be the easiest one for you. So from here, you want to head down to this location on the map. This is where everything is hidden. All the interiors of the buildings, the garages, all the interiors are actually here under the map. They're not inside the buildings where you'd expect them to be. They're under the map. So right there is Maze Tower, Maze Bank, and this is where we're going to teleport to. So in creator mode, you just hit X on your map and it'll push you right where you need to go. After this damn game loads in, we're going to go over here to the side. We're going to place a trigger on this location. Alright. Now if you look at the little mini map when it pops up here, this is going to be the actual trigger location for the map itself. Now the trigger pretty much spawns where you're allowed to place your checkpoints. Alright. So we want to go in here. You can set your race up. You want to do GTA, point to point, 2 players if it's just you and your buddy, and then place your trigger down. Alright. So from here, put your trigger down in this location, alright? Sometimes it just won't let you throw it. You can see it's red. Just keep moving around until it's white. Doesn't really matter exactly where it's at right here. What matters is when we get under the map and set it down, alright? So from here, you're going to go to props. From props, you can choose anything you want. I prefer something large. Building blocks work. Just about any of the stunt track objects work. I prefer something that's large. Those landing pads right there are great. And these targets are great because you can actually see them pretty good from a distance when you're under the map. So this makes it just a good visual reference. Now what we do know is that on the Z grid here, when you override position, when you drop the Z axis down to -100, that's exactly where the garage is located on the map. So when you drop this piece down to -100 like we're doing on the Z axis only, directly below this location, it will be right underneath where the garage is that we're trying to get into. So it allows pretty much just to walk right into the garage, guys. Alright, so this is a great little trick. It's good to know exactly where that is at so you're not screwing around for hours trying to find the damn thing. From here, you're going to go to this map location. Go up to the windmill. I prefer this windmill. A lot of them work. You can use this one just because it's probably the closest one. So when you get here, you want to make sure that you can go down. You want to line that circle up perfectly, and you'll drop down through that hole there. So a lot of times if you go too far, you end up back up on the map. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to throw another target down in this area, and I'm going to drop this big old chunk down to another -100 so I know what my distance is underneath the map. Alright, so I'm going to skip this, move it up a little bit for you guys. That's down to 100. I'm going to get inside the windmill. I'm going to zoom through the floor and down into the out of bounds area. So make sure we're lined up perfectly, start zooming down, and there's my target that I dropped 100 feet below. So from there, I'm going to turn my cursor, and I'm going to follow this exact location back towards my trigger point. Now make sure you follow this path, because what happens is if you go the wrong way, it puts you back up in, and you got to go back through the windmill and all the way back over. It's a pain in the ass, guys. So if you follow this path, I've tried for hours trying to find another path. This is probably the best one, easiest one, straight to Eclipse Tower's garage. So follow this path over here, and it'll take you all the way over to the location where we put our first landing target. So this may take a minute, guys. I'll give you a second here to enjoy the path and follow it with your eyeballs or whatever you gotta do.
Look at you, you're everyone's favorite bitch. You're the reason for the rash, the root cause of all the itch. And you talk some lot of shit, that you smile to your face. Used to be such a nice place. To the invasion of the bitch from outer space. You're a toxic, insecure excluder. I swear by the minute you get ruder and ruder. Rather than make a friend, you seek to destroy, to no end. And all the lovely people trapped under your steeple, all they can do is pray that you will see the light someday.
Alright, so now as you can tell, here's our first target that we threw down. It's 100 feet below the map, so we're going to drop down here to the map, and we're going to hit that big old huge sensor pad button. Once you zoom in close enough, to that pad, it should put you on that actual landing target under the map, alright? Sometimes it'll throw you back up on the map and you got to go back through the windmill and fly all the way back over. It's real tricky, guys. We're not supposed to be under here. It's a glitch, so sometimes it screws up and you got to redo it. But follow this path right here as I'm showing you, and right down to this location, and put your trigger down, and that should be no problem. It should put you right where you need to go. So we're going to switch here, and it's somewhere in that general vicinity of that rounded off area there, alright? So that's what we're looking for. So now we're down here in this area. You can see we're under the map in the same location, and we are going to set down a trigger, alright? It sometimes is really glitchy. It won't let you throw it down in this free creator mode, so you got to switch with the option pad to the car mode, alright? I just hit the sensor pad and flip to the car. Now I'm going to go back to place trigger, and I'm just going to search around a little bit here till I'm in the position that I want. And then I'm going to get that trigger there, and I'm going to just keep trying to spam X. And it's saying I can't do it, you're not allowed, not allowed to do it. And I'm just going to keep moving it around until it sticks, alright? If you need to put more pads down there for more room to function, you can do that. It doesn't matter how many props you have. You just want to get this actual triggered location in this spot. So as you saw, it just stuck. And that is actually inside Eclipse Garage. Alright? So we're going to go put our starting grid. This is where we will spawn in the race. Put our starting grid here. And then we're going to exit out of that under the map view, and we're going to put our secondary checkpoint, because we did GTA, which is only a point-to-point area, alright? And so as long as it's a minimum of 1 mile away, I think it's 0.87, and you're okay. Just put it about a mile away, and it'll allow you to actually test the race at that point. If it's not a mile away, sometimes it'll tell you not to, do it again. I'm lazy. It was more than a mile, so I'm going to shorten it a little bit and put it back down here more towards the mile area. That way I'm not driving too much when the quest is over and I'm done duping cars. So it makes you do this lobby camera. Make sure you put this down the first time you're down here, guys. That way you don't have to fly back onto the map and do it again, alright? So put your lobby camera down, snap a snapshot. It has to be somewhere close to your trigger. It won't let you do it too far away. So make sure it's somewhere around there. Take the silly picture like Rockstar wants you to do. And then when you're done, it should just be back down to the test your race. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to drive right off. We're not going to do anything, guys. Just drive off the pad. It'll put you back into the map. And it usually doesn't blow you up in the creator mode. I don't think I've ever been exploded in this creator mode. So hit the map, ground running, get back up to your finish line. Just finish your test. That will allow you to publish and save your race. So here we go. We've done the mile lap. We've saved it. No more icons are up there. They said that everything has been done. We're going to save and then publish our race. Alright, make sure you save it in case something happens during publishing. So there we go, we're saved, and now we're going to publish, and that just allows all your friends to play with you. So from here, we're just going to spawn back into Maze Bank Tower. Now from Maze Bank Tower, alright, we have the job. There it is, EYEPATCH Army has created the stunt race. Alright, so if you want to test it and see if it works, all you have to do is start your mission, alright? Just like this, you can see we're under the map. It's put the trigger on it there, we're good. We're just going to start the mission solo. Doesn't matter if anybody's with us or not. And then all you have to do is once you see this screen, and you're in there with your car, exit the job. Once you do that, it'll lock you into your actual mod shop inside Eclipse Towers. You cannot get out of here as far as I know. The only way out is to find the new session, alright? So, but this locks you in. So that means the trigger point works. It puts you where you need to go, alright? So that's how you create the race and get inside of that room. If you can't find one to download, guys, make your own. It only takes about 5 minutes once you get used to it. It doesn't take long at all. So from there, make sure you've played a game of darts recently, alright? Go down to your activities on your PlayStation menu. Find your recent darts game that you have played. All right, if you don't know where that's at, it's out by the airport, Sandy Shoals Airport. So from there, go down to the start mini game. Don't do the big start one because that'll just load the GTA Online for you. Go down to the bottom where it says start your mini game, and that will just load you up to the processing area of the dart. See, back to the bar. It kind of glitches you out. That's what you want. As soon as you show up in that dart room, the quicker the better. Just join him, whoever you're trying to dupe cars with, in that session. All right, right through your voice chat. Pause it when you end up in this room. As soon as you're in this room, you want to pause it, all right? And if you have to, you can turn around if you can't see him or whatever. It's not necessary for you to see the guy's cars. You just have to be in this room and paused. That's it, all right? So he's going to come back because it booted him from my lobby. So he rejoins me through crew session only, all right? Don't join through your friends list. It'll screw it up. You got to join your crew session lobby. He joined. His cars spawned in, all right? So he's ready to duplicate. He hops in that first LG RH8 that he's already upgraded, all right? And he grabs it, upgrades it, leaves the session, goes into another lobby, moves that car over to the left, and then does it again. Rinse and repeat, guys. There's a bunch of videos, tutofacilefrance, Freight Train, and lispyleaf, and all these other guys, and Bruntango, they've done a lot of work on this glitch, guys, so check it out. If you have any questions, we'll see you online.
Thank you for watching, it really means a lot. Thank you for liking and sharing your thoughts. So subscribe and come find me, I'll be online. We'll kill us some zombies and have a good time. Love, EYEPATCH on.